Hi, my name is Christy Pusatier, and I am in the EDS program at Kennesaw State University. I currently teach math at Kell High School in Marietta, Georgia. We have a population of about 1,500 students, and although we are not a Title I school, we have a large population of economically disadvantaged students. This trend seems to be growing each year, and we are becoming a more diverse school each year. Along with teaching math, I am the department chair, sit on the PTSA, coach tennis, and am the sponsor for our senior spirit group. I enjoy participating in school functions, and I want my school to be the best that it can be. The title of my capstone project is Using Technology for Math Intervention. The problem I am addressing through my capstone project is improving remediation using technology. The current trend at Kell High School is a decreasing graduation rate and decreasing EOC scores. I would like to be able to find successful ways to help remedy this trend. In years past, we tend to give opportunities for students after they have failed a course rather than throughout the course. I feel strongly that by remediating as we go through the course, we will be able to help improve student EOC scores and pass rates. A program that Cobb County implements for grade repair is called GradPoint. This program is used for students who are not successful in a face-to-face class. GradPoint is a remedial program that is fully online, and students are assigned a computer lab during their normal schedule. They are assigned to the course and are required to go through modules that involve notes, practices, and quizzes. At the end of each module, they take the module test. They are allowed several attempts at this. The tests are password protected, so they must take it during their class time. The plan for my capstone is to utilize GradPoint as a remediation rather than credit recovery. The purpose is to improve our pass rates in classes and improve student understanding of content so they can perform better on high-stake assessments, rather than using this program to earn their credit back. After each unit, students who did not pass the unit assessments would be assigned a unit in GradPoint. They would be required to go through the module and retake the assessment through GradPoint. This test would replace the original test grade. This would remediate students on the concepts, improve grades, and prepare them for the EOC. At the start of my project, I was hopeful that the other department chairs would feel the same way as I did, but that was not the case. Changes needed to be made along the way to accommodate the opinions of the administrative team and department chairs. After proposing my idea to the team, we decided to start off with only offering this to the EOC courses, such as algebra, geometry, biology, 9th grade, and American Lit. Also, the majority of department chairs wanted to limit the highest grade possible earned to an 80%. These stipulations would be the foundation of my coursework. The evaluation process would be to determine several factors. First, were students who are being offered this taking advantage of the opportunity? Second, if they were, was the program helping them and their overall class grade? Were they successful with GradPoint? Next, I wanted to ensure that our EOC scores were improving and that the number of students passing these courses were increasing. Unfortunately, I would not be able to determine the last two questions in this course, as the data for this would come in after the semester comes to an end. I did look at the trend data for each unit to determine if students were using GradPoint and if it was beneficial to their overall grade. This capstone was a good learning experience for me. Throughout the courses at KSU, I learned to analyze technology and school improvement plans. I learned how to do a SWOT analysis to determine strengths and weaknesses, as well as opportunities and threats. This was extremely helpful in the development of my capstone project. I knew that we had several opportunities, such as available computer labs and staff that could assist housing these students for GradPoint as remedial. I also knew that some of the attitudes of the staff would be considered a threat to the outcome of this project. This capstone also taught me to be flexible and adjust as I saw necessary. My idea was big, and I soon realized that I needed to start off a little smaller. I wanted to incorporate this into all courses, but because I needed to get permission and approval from all department chairs, I determined I had to take a step back and use it within my department and within the courses that were EOC. Hopeful that I could show a positive effect on student success, I will later be able to discuss the impact on student achievement and persuade other departments to utilize the program. Another component to the capstone was organization. I thought I was fairly organized and had thought out all the minor details, such as recording and tracking sheets, monitoring data, monitoring student progress, and communicating with parents, students, and other teachers. This showed to be an obstacle. Adjustments were made for the first 3 units until students really got the understanding of how GradPoint worked for remedial, how the lab was working, the hours, and the process. In the first few units, we didn't have as much participation as I would have liked. Although emails were sent out, information was on the blog, and we would discuss the process in class, students and parents still seemed confused on the requirements. As we went through the units and made adjustments, participation increased with each unit. I learned that making everything as simple and bulleted as I could would help. Passes were made for students with lab hours. Tracking sheets were created for each student so they knew exactly which modules to complete. This seemed to help as our participation grew with each unit. Overall, I think the project was a success. I was fearful that given the opportunity to retake assessments would enable students. I knew that working through GradPoint was not an easy way for them to improve their grade. It required them to do a lot of work, but I was worried that they would not take the test seriously because of the opportunity GradPoint provided. I was happy to see this was not the case. Once students realized they would need to put the work in, I could see they did not take advantage of this. Looking back, I think I would change the maximum grade from an 80% to a 70%. Because some of the students who did participate in GradPoint were scoring higher on their retakes than some students who passed the first attempt. If the goal is to get them to learn the content, pass the EOC, and move on to the next course, a 70% would be sufficient. As I wrap up my educational journey at Kennesaw State University, I can look ahead to what my goals are as I move out of the program. I would like to be an advocate for incorporating new tools into the classroom. Tools that remediate, encourage learning, motivate students and teachers, and help with instructional decisions. Incorporating technology into the classroom is a way to do all of these things. I feel confident that with my new skills, I can help other teachers improve their classroom instruction.